Hello again, and we are back with another Whoosh video breakdown. This time we have a fairly early preview of a brand new Masters of the Universe Classics figure. It's the Club Eternia July 2015 figure, the penultimate member of the vintage Great Rebellion, Peekablue. That means we are only a Perfuma away from completing the vintage character roster from the Princess of Power. As usual, we do have a full review of this figure up at thefwoosh.com, but I wanted to take just a few minutes to show you Peekablue's impressive feather setup, or feather rig, because it's so essential to the character, and it's a fairly bold execution for the Masters of the Universe Classics line, not only because of the size, but also because of the design. So I wanted to take just a few minutes to give you a basic rundown of how the feathers work. So, as you can see, Peekablue is a pretty standard Princess of Power Masters of the Universe Classics figure. She's built on, a base body that looks similar to many of the females that we've gotten before. The difference is she's got this giant feather rig plugged into her back. As you can see, the rig goes in via a big hole in her back and a pretty good-sized plug that's attached to the feathers down here. There is a little piece of metal right here on the rig itself, so I'm wondering if maybe there's actually a magnet buried deep inside of this cavity in Peekablue's back to help hold it in place. But at any rate, it plugs in nicely, stays in strong, so it's not going to come out unless you want it to. The cool part is that not only can you put it in the figure, on the figure, in the regular fashion and display her feathers like you normally would, but you can also actually flip the feathers around and put it in this way, so Peekablue can kind of wear it more like a train, I guess, or maybe this is how she holds her wings when she's not in her seeing position, so they're down a little bit more casually. This might also help with display purposes, because if you're going to have your Peekablue out and on your Rebel shelf with her feathers up and completely splayed out, she's going to take up quite a lot of space. So that pretty much dooms her to standing near the back of the display. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to see anybody else on your shelf. But the feathers fold up just like you would expect. The two on either side fold up behind the three in the middle, so they line up really, really nicely. And if you haven't seen detailing on the feathers, we've got some high-res close-up pictures over on the Whoosh, but each one of the feathers is actually individually sculpted, so there's no reuse going on here. Some of them are actually pretty close to each other, but none of them are exactly the same. So kudos to the Four Horsemen for taking the time to painstakingly sculpt every single detail into these individual 7 feathers as we have. So overall, the figure looks good. Like I said, you can get a full rundown at thefwoosh.com, but her feather accessories, some people may think that they sit up a little bit high on her back, but I think they actually look pretty good. So be sure to give us a comment below. Let us know what you think about this figure. Subscribe, give us a like, and then, like I said, head on over to thefwoosh.com for the full review breakdown with lots of pictures. So until next time, keep on whooshing.